I'm here with Brad Oakes, regular down at the Comics Lounge, veteran of comedy in Australia. How long have you been doing stand-up for, Brad?
Ask me, it's just gone 23 years.
23 years?
Yeah.
And how did you get into comedy?
Somebody dared me to do it.
Dared you?
Yeah, I was kind of a bit of a loose end. I didn't really have any kind of career going on at the time.
Yeah.
And I've always been a bit of a smart ass. And a friend of mine said, I dare you to do it. And I went and did it. My first gig at Le Joke upstairs in the old Last Laugh theatre restaurant in Collingwood.
Yeah, okay.
And although it was a bit of a blur, I was addicted to it straight away. I really enjoyed it.
Was your first gig like one of your best for a long time, or?
My first gig was the best I'd had up until then.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. But certainly, it soon paled into insignificance as I got better at it.
Yeah. Any interesting stories from on the road?
I had an interesting story when I was touring the mines in Western Australia. I wrote a joke about crumpets.
Oh, okay, the crumpet jokes. Yep.
Yeah.
Very familiar.
It was just simply from being in a breakfast cafeteria in a mine site, and a lot of people don't know how well appointed they are, and you get everything, but you don't make your own toast.
Yep.
And they have one of these big industrial conveyor belt toasting machines, and I kept putting a crumpet through it, and the crumpet wouldn't cook. And I got annoyed about it, probably because I was up early in the morning, hungover, about to go on the road and drive 800 kilometres to the next gig. And I said to another comedian, a fellow named Troy Kinney, I said, how long does it take to cook a goddamn crumpet? Then I wrote a joke about it. And I also nearly burnt down the cafeteria, because what I did was I wanted to stop the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
So I jammed a knife in there so that the crumpet would sit there and cook. And I forgot about it until the smoke tapped me on the shoulder.
Didn't your mother ever teach you never to put a knife in a toaster?
No, my mother encouraged me to put a knife in a toaster. I was a shit of a kid. It was just knives and toasters lying all around the house, you know. And a little note. Dare you. Yeah.
Bradford, go play with that for a little bit. What is the weirdest gig you've had to do?
I did comedy on a cruise ship.
How's that? Because I know a few comedians that do comedy on a cruise ship.
Well, there's two kinds of cruise ship, right? And there's the one that comedians are all currently doing at the moment, and these lovely Pacific tours with all these young people. But I was sucked into doing a cruise out of Western Australia, which turned out to be a retirement cruise. And the average age of the passengers, all 250 or 300 of them, was 71, I think. And we sailed around Australia. It took 3.5 weeks, and by the time we got to Sydney, the average age was 69, because 3 of them had passed away en route. That's what kind of cruise it was.
I was actually going to ask how many dropped off.
Yeah, well, there you go. And all of these older folk, they go to bed early, and they go, oh, I'd love to see your show, but it's on too late.
How do I follow you?
Okay, I'm on Facebook. Brad Oakes.
Yep.
On Facebook. That's my fan page. And my Twitter page is Brad_Oakes on Twitter. And yeah, that's where I vent.
Hey, it's Saturday. Now actually this question just popped into my head. Did you ever get to do Dickie? Like, as in, not do Dickie, but do that little broom?
Not an easy job, because the guy who was controlling Dickie, and in case you don't know, Dickie wasn't really a little boy, had to actually lie on the floor in front of the desk, lie on the floor, hold the stick up, and so he has to watch a monitor off to the side to make sure that Dickie's in shot.
Yeah.
And at the same time he has to kind of jiggle it about so it'll be in sync with the guy up on the roof doing Dickie's voice. You know, the magic of television. Any
favourite clips on YouTube or anything on, like, do you watch YouTube or anything you like?
I do watch YouTube, but I just go on other people's recommendations.
Yeah.
I But I think the first thing I ever saw on YouTube was a thing called Blind Date. He says to her something like, "Wow, a blind date. This is my first blind date." She goes, "Oh no, I do it all the time." And he opens the car door for her, and she gets in the car, and then he shuts the door. And as he walks around to the car, and it's a big American car, so it takes some time to walk around. She, cuts the cheese. There's a couple in the back seat.
Woo! You guys meet? Greg, Janice?
We sure did.
We've got chemistry here. You feel it?
I felt it.
All right, Janice.
Got anything up on YouTube yourself, Brad?
Yeah, but there's stuff up there that I didn't put up.
Okay.
No, because I don't know how to. Although I've been shown many a time, it's a bit like teaching a cat to go in the litter box, litter box, not litter. And, just seeing some of the stuff I've done on TV. I've done stand-up on all channels on TV. And including the comedy channel, so I know that some of that's up there. And, you should have a look at it, because I'm a lot bigger in
Well, yeah, you have lost a lot of weight recently. So.
I lost a lot of weight, lost a lot of size.
Yeah.
You've
lost one of these.
I've lost, I've lost a lot of weight. I had to, because, over 20 years in this industry, I had a lot of pies. In February last year, 2011, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and I've since taken my life in hand. I've got rid of it. So, as my mother said, as my mother would say, can't keep a woman, can't keep a job, can't even keep diabetes. Well,
thank you very much, Mr. Oakes.
No worries.
It has been a pleasure, and I really enjoyed our conversation, and I'm sure I definitely will have you on here again anyway, because it'll get better.
Sweet. Cheers, Greg. Thank you.
Thank you. No,
thanks,
much
kid.
appreciated.
What?
I love you, honey.
We need a tripod.